Sorry. 500 already shown. So, Vanya, what are spellings? Okay, let's elaborate about your skill right is about spellings, right? So, according to you, what are spellings? Your name is also spelling. You are sitting on chair. In that also there are spellings. And now you're revolving a chair. So revolving is also a spelling, right? So this is what you need to tell us. Good to see Revati. How are you? Hey, Amira, can you please turn on your camera? Yes, this is absolutely correct, Vanya. So it is all about paragraph writing, right? So I think let's have a short presentation, Megha ma'am. What do you think? Okay, let's
Sure,
begin
sure,
then.
we
We'll
have.
have a small presentation and then we'll. Oh, what is there in your mouth, boy? Sign, right? Okay. So now Megha ma'am will be going to show you something very informative. Okay, so be very attentive.
All right. So I welcome you all on the platform of Olympiad Success. So Olympiad Success is the India's largest online preparation platform for Olympiad examination. We are the India's first exclusive live classes for Olympiad preparation, one of its kind yearly program that includes courses that matter. We are having 8 courses, School Plus program, mathematics, English, science, logical reasoning, communication, spoken and written, Vedic maths and coding. What else we provide? We provide one-on-one online CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE, and IB classes from grade 2 to grade 12, and one-on-one preparation classes for various Olympiads. You can meet our rank holders. These are kids like you only. No need to worry. You just need to spare extra 2 hour because Olympiad examination is quite little tougher than the regular curriculum. So we are having live Olympiad sessions, group session with around 20 students delivered through Zoom by tutors with significant teaching experience. Having 3 sessions per week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 4 p.m. till 5:15 p.m. IST with 5 minutes of break. This session includes a mix of theory, practice question, doubt session, and discussion on previous year papers. Student will get the reading material and practice question available on the dashboard of Olympiad Success, and student will also get a free access to Olympiad Success platform to practice the topic-wise mock test. So syllabus is available on this particular link for grade 3, grade 4, and grade 5. The fee of this course is rupees 6,510. It is a 25 session course and payment can be made by using this link. These fees include online class, daily reading notes and exercise, practice of previous year paper, and access to Olympiad Success platform. What else you required? A laptop or desktop with good internet speed, laptop or desktop with camera, and headphones for the better audio clarity. So live classes will be starting from 29th of May 2020-25. In 2020-24, Olympiad Success has students from more than 5,000 schools across India and abroad. I hope I'm clear to everyone. Show me thumbs up if I'm clear. All right, I'll ask question then. Okay. Over to you, Pooja ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, I hope you have seen the presentation carefully. So before then that, I would like to know from which grade you are in. As you know that we are having a demo from grade 3, 4, 5 today. So wanted to know science from which grade and one is from which grade. Quickly type it in the chat box. Okay, so science from grade 3rd. And what about one, Pali? Okay, great. Vanya is also from grade 3. Right. So till then, I'll share a presentation on the screen. Okay. So let me share a presentation. All right. So this is all about what is basically a skill of writing. So as you all know that what is a skill of writing? So it is a basic course of creative writing, that how you begin to write something with in a creative manner. Okay. So what all we'll be going to cover in this content? We will be going to cover story writing, recipe writing, diary entry, movie poster, practice sketch, as well as essay writing. Okay. So do you know what is story writing? Okay, let's have a small quick observation with which I would like to Vanya to cook a small story. Okay. So, Vanya, I have unmuted you. I don't want you to write as of now, but yes, I want you to think and I want you to cook a story in your brain on any topic, your favorite. And yes, if you need my help, you can do let me know. Quickly, hurry up. Any small story. Oh, we are in grade 3. Young kids knows how to cook story. Hurry up, hurry up. Then we'll have a steps that how we can write a story quickly. Then Sai will also get a turn. Sai, be ready for the same, okay? Quickly, you have to cook a story in your mind. Shall I give a turn to Sai? Okay, so Sai, this is your turn. Hurry up, quickly cook a story in your mind and narrate that story. It can be a short story. We have one more child. Okay, still joining due to network error.
Yeah, Shubh Patel is joining.
No stories coming in the mind, one and sign. I went there in the Wonderland. I had fun. I took rides. Hurry up. This is what it is called a skillo write. Okay. So till the time you're not able to think creative, you will not be able to write. So hurry up. Use your brains quickly.
Welcome back, Shubh.
Okay, so let me open. Okay. So this is our first step of the writing. So how you have to do is recipe writing. So this is basically to demonstrate the ability to write and read standardized recipes. Okay. Have you thought of any story? Do you cook stories? Okay. Do you make stories? No? No story do you make? Oh, sign make. Okay. Let's listen from sign then. Sign has shown thumbs up on the screen. Quickly, sign. Tell me. Speak, buddy. Me quickly. Then we have to move on the diary writing also.
Ma'am, you wanted to tell the story or write? That's his
He has to
question.
tell, ma'am. As of now, I am not asking him to write. He has to just cook the story in his brain and he has to speak on that. I'm not able to hear you, Sai. What are you talking about? Please be a bit loud.
Be a bit loud. You have to be loud, please. Start. Sister, my
Your voice is breaking in between, Sai. I guess you need to use your earplugs, then only we'll be able to get a clarity. Is it with me only or is it with others also? Should please turn on your camera. Vane, are you able to hear Sai?
ma'am, now is it?
Okay, okay, then it is with my. Okay, please continue, Sai.
Yeah, yeah, you can tell me. Be louder. Yeah, if you left, it's okay. Continue from there.
Okay, very nice. Good job, Sai. So this is how all of you have to cook a story and you have to be more creative. Okay, this is called a skill of writing. So what about the diary entry? Have you ever heard about diary entry? No, this will be for your first time. Okay, thank you, Sai. So moving on to Vanya. Vanya, have you ever cooked a story? No. Okay. So diary entry means every day do you write a diary? What you have done throughout the day, in the morning, in the night, in the evening? How was the school? Do you spend a time with your parents on the table of dinner at the dinner time, right? You talk to them about the entire day, what all you have done in the school, in what all you have learned, right? So that is called a diary entry. So you have to write your entire day routine in one of the diary. You just pen down, okay? That is called a diary entry. Moving ahead on movie poster. So what all you can do in that? Create elements of a movie poster. So let's say, which is your favorite actor? Quickly, hurry up, type it in the chat box. One actor and one actress, which is your favorite, you have to type it in the chat box. Hurry up, Shubh.
Oh, this is very easy, right?
And I think this is favorite too of all them.
Yes. Vani is
Hurry up,
still
hurry
smiling.
up. We got answers, Megha ma'am.
Elsa. Ajit.
Wow, very nice. So science favorite is Ajit K and one is Elsa. Very nice. So what you have to do is you have to create a poster of Elsa and you can do a creative writing. You can do a story writing on that. Okay, same goes for science. You can create a poster of Ajit K and you can create a story on that. Okay, so which one is Shubh's favorite? Quickly tell Shubh. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Which one is your favorite, Shubh? Oh, we got an answer from Shubh too. All right, so here we go. Oh my goodness, Amitabh Bachchan. That's very nice. What do you like the most in him? What do you like the most? I've unmuted you. You can speak also, Shubh.
ABC.
Okay, nice. So let's say your favorite is Amitabh Bachchan, Vanya's favorite is Elsa, and Science favorite is Ajit K, right? So what all you have to do? This you have to do the character sketch on that, right? So you need to describe your characters in a way which is necessary to deliver your story. Okay, so now you got a clue points. You got a character. Stories are entirely based on characters only. So on those characters, you can create an entire story, keeping your characters on the frame. Okay, good to go. Do you know what is essay writing? Have you heard about essay writing in your school? No? Okay, let's say India. Okay, you have to write an essay on India, or you have to write an essay on festivals, right? We are rich in festivals. We have so many festivals. If I talk about Diwali, Christmas, Lori, um, Vaisakhi, there are so many festivals, right? So you have to write essay on the festival. So what all you'll be going to focus on? You'll be going to focus on the important part of the essay, right? So that is called a title. So the title of the essay will be Festivals, Festival Colors. So you can give that title and then you can write your entire story in that. Basically, what all context you can cover. What do you like the most in the festival? What is Diwali basically? How do you celebrate Lodi? Okay, so this is how you can write everything. So this will be going to develop your creative skills. So creative skill means once you will get one title, on that you will start thinking, you start using your brain, right? So as of now, like I asked Sign, that Sign, cook any story and narrate on that, right? So he thought of it and he immediately started narrating the story. This is how it works. That is called a essay writing. So you'll get any topic on which you have to write your entire essay. So this will be going to brush up your creative skills as well as writing skills as well as thinking skills. Okay. Writing a story. Okay. So what is a short story? A short story is a work of prose fiction that can be read on sitting, usually between 20 minutes to an hour. So what you have to do is every day you have to spare your 20 minutes or an hour after your entire day routine to just relax your mind, because once you'll start building a habit of reading the stories, you will get to know that how you have to create a stories also. Okay. Vanya, do you read stories? Okay, let me do one thing. Let me keep you unmuted first. And then you can unmute yourself and then we can start. Just a moment. Let me stop sharing my screen. And let me unmute you. Okay, so Vanya, do you know? Let me share my screen once again. Do you read a books, Vanya? Do you read a short story or any story book in your school, at your home?
I usually read subtypes.
Okay. Do you solve puzzles?
Subtypes.
Subtypes only. Okay. And what about science? Science, do you read storybooks?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So which stories do you like the most? Which are your favorite stories? Sorry? Okay. And what about Shubh? Which stories do you read, Shubh? Can you hear me, Shubh? Which is your favorite story? Okay, so now we have your mentor with us. Her name is Miss Ananta. From here, she'll take forward it. So till now, have you understood what is story writing? Will you be become little more creative the way Sai has become, right? So I expect same from Vane as well as from Shubh. Okay, over to you, Nandita ma'am. Okay, so how you can write an effective and interesting story? Okay, so now this your mentor will be going to guide you. Okay, so over to you, Nandita ma'am.
Right. Thank you so much. Yes, I'll take over from here. It's how to write an effective and interesting story, right? So let me tell you, here we will be focusing on the shorter format of the story and we'll take a look at the basic structure of the story, right? So we will keep some points in our mind, right? I'm sure you all know how stories are created, right? There are points, there are characters, we have settings, we have a problem, we have a solution also, and a beautiful ending. Some stories will have a proper moral also, right? So in this section, we will learn how we can create our own stories. So you all are understanding me? Am I clear, audible, visible? Okay, all right. So let's continue. So in this section, we will learn how we can create our own story, a shorter format. All right, we'll keep some points in our mind. Based on those points, we'll think about the characters, we'll think about the settings, as in where the story is taking place. After that, we'll think about some problem perhaps, and then a solution, right? And finally, we'll go towards the end, which is perhaps a happy ending. If possible, we'll have a moral of the story as well. And this will definitely be a very interactive session. All right, so could you please move on to the next slide? Now, there are some basic structures that one can follow, right? And it helps construct a story in an understandable manner. And it gives the flow of the story as well, right? So first, the beginning, the starting, right? And the beginning is basically introduction, and it's very important, right? In this part, you capture the reader's attention, right? So if I am telling something as a speaker, it's my responsibility, to be heard or to be understood, because later I cannot say nobody is listening to me. It's my duty. So the beginning part of a story should be very engaging and interesting so that people pay me attention. They listen to me. So the beginning is all about the introduction. Maybe I'll introduce the characters of my story very nicely, so nicely that people feel interested to go to the next level, right? And after that, we have the plot. Plot is nothing but what the thing is all about, right? Maybe where it's happening, the settings, right? The actual narration of the story. Excuse me, it could be some technical thing. Ma'am, could you please share the screen once again? Yes, okay. So it's all about the actual narration of the story, right? Here the events would occur and we will describe the situation. We'll also describe the plot in the sense where it's happening. It could be a forest, and then my characters could be animals. It could be like a family house. Then I will have to talk about characters which are part of that family. It could be a shopping mall. It could be like anything. But my description would make it so interesting that people feel like listening to me. All right, let's move on. Now, very important, perhaps the most important, character introduction, right? So the most important part of a story is all about the characters, how they are, what they are doing, how they are solving the problems, how they are facing situation, how they're responding, how they're asking questions, how they're interacting with each other. So that is the main part, the characters, right? So now let me quickly describe this part, character introduction. So the story will depend heavily on how well we depict our characters, right? And in order to develop the characters, we have to use some dialogues, right? How we talk, the communication, the dialogue section, right? And dialogues should not be so vague that people lose attention. They should be very limited, short, to the point, right? Some necessary conversation, right? Which is very important. And characters should have a purpose, like a reason. They should not talk simply. It should be very much focused on the topic, and the characters, what they say, it should be short and crisp. As I always have to keep in mind, I cannot go on and on. I have my audiences and I need their attention. So my characters would talk limited. They should be very focused, crisp, very interesting. Next point is climax, conclusion. Again, one of the most important, right? I know many readers rather. So they start the story and they cannot simply hold on their patience and they just go to the last page and they see what is happening. This is how important climax is, right? So we need to focus on the climax part also. The story comes to an end. Climax means the story is coming to an end. It's finishing now. It should have a very interesting finish as well. There are stories which we do not end at the climax. It seems that there is still something left. That's another very interesting way to end the story. So this is how we can do this as well, right? It completely depends on the storyteller, story writers, and how you want to end it. But it has to be very interesting. If you want to keep a model, that is like great. That's a wonderful idea. But yes, the main thing is we have to keep it very interesting and engaging. And that's about it. Let's move on. some points to keep in mind. Let me quickly read it for you all. Stop me if you don't understand. So make sure you give your story an exciting title that lasts, right? That create an impression. These titles are very important. Titles are nothing but the names. See how important the names are? Similarly, if I select a title for my story, it has to be very interesting, right? Next point, my story. Okay. Next one is the story must flow fluently, right? There is a series of events taking place. Make sure to flow. The flow has an order. The reader must not be confused. This is something we have to keep in our mind because we aim at keeping our story short and crisp, right? So we have to make sure that the flow is proper. The readers should not get confused. They should understand. They should relate. They should feel like completing the story, right? And the third point, which is again very important, we are allowed to use only 3 paragraphs. So that's like 70 to 150 words or maybe less. So a very small story. If you think about the rabbit and the tortoise story, like we all know about it, it's very interesting, right? But it's very short also. You look at any other story which you have learned since childhood, they are very small. They have a model. The characters talk very less, but they still give us the message. So maybe we should aim at creating such stories. So the characters, plot, settings and theme and your fiction title. That is the story map. This is how we need to create our stories. All right. So yeah, let's move on. Vanya, Sai, are you all with me? Are you all understanding? Let me just quickly unmute you. Let me just check if I am able to unmute or not. Okay, so ma'am, could you please unmute them if they're understanding or not?
They can unmute themselves now.
Oh yes, Sai, you have unmuted yourself. So Sai, are you able to understand me? All clear?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's move. You can keep yourself on mute. We'll just move on. So elements of a novel or a short story. Settings. Time, place, and the environment in which the story takes place. Right? That is settings. The place where it's happening, the environment. Now I have the plot, which is a sequence of events in a story, right? What is happening in the story one by one, like how it happens in the beginning, middle, end, like that. And then we have the characters. So the people who are taking place, who are doing different things. All right. And now I have the theme. So what the writer is trying to tell us about the subject of the story. All right. It's about what the writer is trying to tell us about the story. That is the theme. So let's move on. Right. So, Sai, you're understanding? Can you give me a thumbs up? Yes? Okay. Problem? Okay, this, if, let me see, Sai, could you please read this for me? Yes? Why don't you do it? Yes? I can't hear you, beta. Are you on? No, you should. Problem? That's what? Vani, I would also appreciate if you also come. Right. So, problem, the question should be what? The question should start with the word what. And then the characters, like these are all WH words which we use for asking questions and then we get an answer. Characters, like obviously who, then we have the context like when, where, like that. Solution is like how are we going to do this, and then takeaway, which is the moral of the story. All right, so let's move on. Okay, we have an example. Let's yes, we have an example. So long time ago, there lived a boy named Rohan in a village. Sai, I want you to listen to this, and I might ask you questions. Vanya, if you are there, I also would like to interact with you. You can come, you can unmute, talk to me. So, long time ago, there lived a boy named Rohan in a village. Let me quickly tell you the story. Right? You see how the story is. So long time ago, there lived a boy named Rohan in a village. He was a very happy boy and he lived with his family. Right? But their happiness could not last long. Rohan and his fellow villagers faced a severe drought. They desperately waited for rains, but with no luck. All the crops, land, and even trees dried up. The cattle started dying. One night, during the meet with the villagers, Rohan said, "Friends, we all have heard tales from our grandparents about an underground river flowing through our village. Have you heard about an underground river? No? Okay, let's see what's happening with this boy now. Why don't we dig and see?" So the villagers agreed and started digging. They were really looking for the river because they needed water. So they dug for some days, but then gave up. However, Rohan kept on digging. When people told him to give up, he said, "God is helping and guiding my way." And one day, when he had dug deep enough, he saw water. His attitude of not giving up saved the whole village. So we should never give up easily. And Rohan advised to all the villagers now that they do not have a shortage of water anymore. Whenever there is a problem, all the villagers would come up together and find out a solution. And Rohan is the trendsetter. He actually created this, he helped the villagers, and this is how their success story comes to an end. All right, let's move on to the next slide quickly. Right. So if you have to write a short story also, this is how you can do it. It could be anything like a cinema hall, school, beach, shopping mall, your friends, family, cousins, classmates. It can be anything, right? So you can start like, Sai, you're able to see my screen, right? So it is, this, see, the format is already given. It will be very easy for you to figure it out. So you can write it like, today I am at name of the place, and I am with my friends and family, school teachers, whatever it is, you can write it there. We are, and then you can write what you are doing, how it's going on. So we are having fun, we are so excited, we are doing this, we are doing that. And then what do you have? So you can write that also, what you are having for lunch, whether you have packed it from home or you got it from school, you can write down everything. After lunch, let's say you are playing maybe badminton, volleyball, football, whatever it is, or you guys are simply sitting and creating stories like that. Perhaps one friend will tell one sentence, another friend will continue from there. Like that, you are creating a story chain game and you're finishing, right? And finally, what you are going to do and how the trip came to an end, all you can write with this given format. Okay, we'll move on to the next slide. Okay, we have topic of the day, the greedy farmer on the beach. So Sai, will you create a small story for me? Within 20 seconds, can you start? Anything in your mind you can tell me. Either a greedy farmer or on the beach. Have you ever been to a beach, like a beach holiday or something? Or see, I have another one on my screen, that a character you can think about. It makes a wish when blowing out the birthday candles, and that wish actually comes true. If I give you this, like, which wish would that be? Which, like, it's so important, so nice that you want it to be true. And what if that really happens? Yes, go ahead. Tell me one wish which you also want to be true.
I also want to hear the wish. Hurry up, Vanya and Sai, quickly. Then this will be the last, and we will be going to end the demo, and we'll see you in the classes. Okay? Hurry up, Sai and Vanya. What is your one wish? You can type it in the chat box also. Let me stop sharing my screen. And yes. Hurry up, quickly, one wish. I think we got it in the chat box. Ah, sure. Oh, no, this is the last one. No wish, Sai and Vanya? Vanya is typing.
Maybe you can go for a anywhere door, like how Doraemon gives to Nobita, so that you can step in and you can go to any place you want to go to, right? Maybe that you can ask for. And imagine if that really happens. So you don't have to wake up early in the morning. You just wake up 5 minutes before time you step into the school. When you come back, you have no traffic, nothing. You straight away come to home within 5 minutes. No wish, nothing.
Okay, so Vanya's wish is going to water park.
Fine.
Very nice. So this you can put. This is a very little wish, but it's a lovely wish, right? Okay, so I think with this, we'll just end the demo, and I hope you liked the demo. Vanya, quickly tell me how was the demo? Quickly in one adjective. Sai also wanted to have a big diamond. Oh my goodness. Ah, rich wish. Very nice. Good job. Okay, so how did you find the demo? Quickly in one adjective. Hurry up. You can speak up. No need to write in the chat box. I've unmuted both of you. Unmute yourself. Tell me, what is it? Good, average, excellent? Hurry up.
The class was fun.
Fun. Very nice. I hope you have enjoyed it, right? What about Sai?
Sai spoke, yeah. Vanya, we are waiting for.
Yes, great. Okay, so then with this, we'll just end it and we'll see you in the classes. Okay. So if you have not enrolled yet, quickly join the batch. Okay. Links have been already shared in the chat box and you can join it. Okay. All right. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.